Hi Aries, welcome to your general tarot tune-in. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is Tarot with Netta. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node in the sign of Aries. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, check out your other placements. If it does, leave a like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, cross watchers are welcome. So if you're dealing with an Aries and want some insight into what's going on, you are definitely welcome here. Yeah, so let's dive right in, Aries, and see what energy is supporting you at this time. You've got Lord Shiva opening your reading, transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given, dance with the universe. I believe Shiva is the Adi Yogi, the first yogi, and the ego destroyer. So you could be dealing with some type of like ego battles. Okay, let's dive into your tarot, my dear Aries. Let's get a little bit nosy, see what's going on. I've been feeling kind of like hyped up and anxious as I was getting ready to sit down to do your reading. So yeah, you could also be feeling that way. I tend to pick up on the energy of the collective. All right, so we'll go into your challenge position, my dear Aries. What's coming towards you and your advice. Okay, you're starting off the reading with Knight of Swords. Yeah, this makes total sense. Super anxious, super charged and driven. Like you want to go fast, you want to go forward. You're acting as like, you know, your typical sun sign. If you are a sun, Aquarius sun or rising, you're like the life of the party. You bring the energy. You're show up fully charged. But maybe lay off the caffeine. I should tell that to myself as an Aries North Node. Anyways, so you've got in your challenge position, yeah, the Knight of Swords to the Seven of Swords and the Justice. You could have been like caught speeding, caught going really fast at something, like faster than a natural pace, maybe rushing something. In your challenge position here, okay, I feel like you might be dealing with a person who maybe is making you feel this way, making you feel rushed into a situation, and it's causing you some anxiety. It's causing some even heart palpitations, because like that was kind of the energy that I was feeling as I was like grounding myself to do your reading. Unsettled. It's like your intuition is trying to tell you something and you're not able to hear what it wants to say because you're rushing, you're going too fast. Somebody could be like lying to you, like straight up going behind your back, stealing from you, doing something shady with the Seven of Swords here. Like, we don't like the Seven of Swords, okay? This is a character that goes behind somebody's back and literally like deceives them. With the Justice here, yeah, you could be looking for the truth. You could be trying to bring the truth to light, trying to exact some type of not even revenge, but you just want the truth. But you don't really know how to go about it because you're anxious. Yeah, you could be like suffering with like high blood pressure, anxiety disorders, something with your nervous system. You're really being called to ground yourself, like slow down, you know, if you can't take a day off, take an hour, take even half an hour and just sit with your energy and breathe. Yeah, it's because it's like two opposing energies meeting at head onwards. It's almost like a head-on collision. That's why I was thinking like, you know, speeding, like something with a car, like you could be like speeding. Like that's like something like an outlet for you, a very risky behavior, dangerous outlet. So please don't do that if that's the case. Yeah, some like repressed anger. Some repressed anger because you know somebody close. It could be, yeah, a partner that's lying to you and you know it, but you don't have the evidence. Yeah, that's what the justice is calling for. You need the evidence, but you don't know how to go about getting it because you're like a little bit frazzled, you know, you're distracted. You have like other things going on. What's coming towards you? This is beautiful energy. You will get your answers. You got the Judgment, the Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. You're going to get your truth. The Judgment and the Ace of Swords, like this is clarity, you know, the truth will reveal itself. The scales will be balanced. You will get your answers and you're going to walk away from this situation. The Eight of Cups, you know, we have the cloaked figure, like he's turned his back on something fulfilling. This relationship could have been very fulfilling up until a point. I feel like this person, if they got away with their like deception, they would have continued like carrying on with the relationship as if nothing happened. Like they almost don't have a guilty conscience. So, you know, your intuition was telling you something was off. And with the Judgment here, this is like the truth. You know, the truth is revealed. There's going to be a return. You're going to return to yourself, essentially, and honor yourself and your integrity and your need to, yeah, like make a safe space for you. Yeah. Okay, let's go into your advice, my dear Aries. I'm sorry that you're dealing with such a like heavy situation. Yeah, there's a lot of communication coming towards you. With the Emperor here, I feel like this person is going to kind of try to explain themselves almost aggressively. They're going to come at you with like excuses, a bombardment of more excuses. With the Eight of Wands, text messages, emails, you might like block them on all forms of communication. They might show up to your house. So if it becomes like a dangerous situation, just please, you know, get like people involved that you trust to provide some sense of like safety and protection for you. With the Temperance here, please also refrain from overdoing it. Aries, I'm seeing that you're kind of like crashing out, maybe spinning out of control a little bit here. So the Temperance is calling for you to exert some balance and limitation right now. Don't overdo anything. Don't overindulge in like alcohol, like drugs, like anything recreational that might put you out of your mind, because I do see this person like kind of showing up and it's going to kind of set you off, you know, and you might react in a way that is not favorable, but it's going to be like how your nervous system reacts. If you're already in a state of fight or flight, you know, it might turn like into something physical. So you might have to get like a restraining order. Yeah, there's going to be big themes of justice that come in when the truth is revealed. You're definitely dealing with someone who's like always gets their way. Like they know how to like charm people, even kind of like threaten people into going along with them even as they're lying, but you're not having it, and it's really like pissing you off. It's really angering you that like this person has so much audacity to like pull one over you. You finally like get the truth revealed. You know, they could even slip up, or like, you know, maybe you decide to like go through their phone, like you find like compromising text messages, you know, if they're like being unfaithful to you, or, you know, somebody sends you a picture. So you're going to have like concrete evidence, but they're going to try to like gaslight you. So it's going to really piss you off, and you have every right to be pissed off. But please be mindful to not make the situation worse for yourself by, you know, exacting like revenge, or, you know, taking it, you don't want to go down to their level essentially. So if you have to get a restraining order, or like get people, you know, in your environment to kind of like protect you and make sure that this person doesn't just enter your life, please do so. Take the necessary steps. I'm gonna pull one card from the Night Sun Tarot. I've just been feeling called. Yeah, King of Wands. Okay, so you're definitely dealing with this like toxic masculinity type of character, and yeah, it's gonna set you off, you know, because Aries, you are the fire sign, the first fire sign. You are very like charged naturally, but you come with like joy, optimism, positivity. But when you're being pushed into a corner, you're going to essentially bite back, but you might be like too grown for that, you know, like going to the other person's level. So let's get one card from the Yogic Path Oracle deck just to close off your reading. Anahata, the heart chakra. Okay, so yeah, finding balance here is going to be really important for you. Your heart has opened its chambers to new possibilities, and the light is coming through to soothe its once dark corners. This love heals all and allows you to see all people for their greatest potential, including yourself. By putting down your armor, you are truly able to use the intelligence of your heart, which will always guide you in the right direction. Trust the journey of the heart. It may not always make sense to the mind, but it is aware of possibilities the mind cannot yet envision. When you truly live a heart-centered life, there is nothing left to fear. Meditate on the color green and practice heart-opening yoga poses to aid the journey. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be very beneficial for you to kind of slow down that anxiety, slow down that fight or flight response, because you've kind of been like rushing through your life just as a result of like your to-do list and responsibilities. But you need to start creating some boundaries to slow down and become more aware of like the people that you allow to enter in your life. You know, you do have high standards, but I think if you're not in touch with your nervous system, sometimes you can let things slip through. This is the transcendence, you know, the ego destroyer. So just because you're rushing doesn't mean that you're gonna get more things done. You might like make mistakes. Yeah, find that dance with the universe, you know, like learn how to kind of step back and observe rather than always going forward. I feel like that will help you to be in touch with your intuition, and not to be reactive, and not let, especially this person that you're dealing with, don't let them kind of push your buttons, or, you know, get one up over you, so to speak. Okay, my dear Aries, I hope this helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.